What is up, everybody? iEnVy Colossal here, bringing you an unexpected and kind of out-of-place movie review for Justice League. I went to see it on the 23rd, I believe. Yeah, 23rd. And I want to give my opinion on it. I didn't see it at release because my family's broke, so, financial troubles there. But I finally got enough cash to go see it, and here's my review. Now let's start with the main part, like the big chunk of what I liked about it. I liked the action and the characters. The characters were memorable, so goddamn memorable that I can't wait for their own solo movies. Like Batman, he was basically already fleshed out in Batman vs Superman since he got most of the screen time, which I'm okay with. He made very good, he was very good in the movie. I liked his how he transformed from being a solo player to kind of a leader in a way. Because, when he had the conversation with Flash about, just save one person, that's, if you think about it, that's like his first conversation, like, his first tutoring since, I believe it was, whoever his last Robin was, which is kind of, cool to think of. So basically, the Flash is Robin, in a way. But I really liked Flash's character. Flash's character was so good. I absolutely loved Ezra Miller as the Flash. He played the character to it's how he could play it. His Flash was amazing. I can't say anything bad about that Flash except for actually I can't even think of anything that's bad about his character. His motivations are clearly there. I like how, I believe, he visits his dad in, I think it was Iron Heights. That's at least where he was in the Flash TV show, which I like too, but Grant Gustin doesn't really, look like the Flash to me. Both of them don't look like the Flash because Flash has blonde hair and all that, but I feel like Ezra Miller took the character and made it something amazing. Something that Grant hasn't done yet, but I can't wait for the Flash solo movie, which there are rumors that it's going to be a Flashpoint movie, which is a paradox when Flash goes back in time to save his mom. I know I'm a superhero nerd and all that shit, but I can't wait for his solo movie. Now let's talk about Aquaman. Aquaman's character is pretty good. He kind of shadowed the other characters, which that's pretty good, but from what we did get from him was amazing. His commentary. This is gonna be a spoiler review, actually. Sorry for not saying that before. I'm gonna put that in the thumbnail. When Superman came back, Aquaman had that feeling that that's not Superman's not he's not all there quite yet. He's confused. He was one of the first people to find that out, and cyborgs, cybernetics or something, was fucking up, and he shot at Superman, but not unintentionally shot at him. But Aquaman knew something was up, and Superman was watching their heartbeat, and he saw everybody Aquaman's heart was just beating fast as hell, so he knew something was up, and I liked that about his character. Very perceptive and all that. But Aquaman's character, they kind of shadowed in, he was behind the other characters because he's having his own solo movie. That's going to be the next DC movie in 2018. They're going to start releasing these, 2 every year. So I can't wait for that. I'm going to be making a review on the Aquaman movie when I go to see it. But yeah, let's get back on track. Aquaman's character, Shadow, solo movie. There was the locations I am actually shocked by, Atlantis. It was pretty put together, the vault that they kept the mother boxes, which Steppenwolf, the main villain, is going after. I'm actually surprised, Themyscira, the Amazon. I like how, each individual areas, how Wonder Woman explained in the movie that the tribe of man took a box and buried it in secret, and the Atlanteans put it in a vault, and the Amazons put it in a vault too. And I like seeing Steppenwolf come down and take the mother boxes and all that. It's very, very cool. He's a very good villain. I must say, his motivations are there. That's one thing. It's he's a memorable villain because he's like, very powerful and all that. And he has like motivations, and he's kind of like he's mysterious. I like that. But like it kind of holds up better than Avengers, because I can't even remember what the fucking villain in Avengers was, if I to be completely honest. I feel like this is an all-around better movie than the Avengers. That's just my opinion. I am a DC fanboy, so take it with a grain of salt when I say that, but I do think the characters were well put together, better than, okay, let me explain something. The Warner Brothers passed a mandate to where it had to be under 2 hours. So the Joss Whedon cut was under 2 hours, and the Zack Snyder cut, I heard, was like around 3 hours to 4 hours long. I wish I would have gotten the Zack Snyder cut so I could get more time with the characters, but the characters were fleshed out in the time that they were given. I was actually shocked when I was watching it. They had each individual moments for Wonder Woman, Batman, Cyborg, Aquaman, and Flash. The Flash got a lot of moments. Him and Aquaman, both are like the comedic, they're the comedy of the movie, basically. And the cast is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy. Wonder Woman's character is basically the same from all the, every movie she's been in. She was introduced in BVS. She had a little bit of backstory there. Wonder Woman expanded on her character very widely. We got to see her motivations, how she wanted to stop Ares and all that. But her motivations here are kind of weird. I couldn't catch on to it at first, but I think she's following, Batman because she thinks he's a strong leader and all that. She doesn't have faith in herself as a leader because she feels if she leads anybody into battle that they'll become another Steve Trevor, the guy who died in Wonder Woman. And I must bring something up. The movie will be very confusing if you haven't seen Wonder Woman, BVS, and I think that's it. Suicide Squad, there's nothing that you need to really see there. Suicide Squad stands on its own. But Justice League is it's a movie that can't really stand on its own if you don't have the other movies. I'm pretty sure the Zack Snyder cut expanded on a lot of this stuff. It cleared more stuff up. And I'm definitely gonna get the Ultimate Edition, which I'm pretty sure there's gonna be an Ultimate Edition because, Warner Brothers got to cash in on that, and it would be disrespectful to Zack Snyder if there wasn't one, because Zack Snyder, he had to leave the project to mourn his daughter who committed suicide, which is, it's horrible, but breaking off from that depressing part, but Zack Snyder had to leave, and it would just be disrespectful to him if they wouldn't make a extended cut like they did for Suicide Squad and BVS, but that's just my opinion. If they do make one, I'm going to be making a review on that. But yeah, let me talk about Jim Gordon. I swear to God, he is, from what the 4 or 5 minutes of screen time that he had, I absolutely love J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. He looks the part for me. He has at first when I saw his character without the hat on, like the dyed hair, it kind of looked a little weird, but then I'm like, oh yeah, Jim Gordon has blonde and grayish hair, and I'm really happy with the casting choice. He fits James Jonah Jameson a little bit better, but I think he fits both really good. Now let's get on to Cyborg. Cyborg's character was going through a bit of an emo phase during the movie, I guess you could say. But I don't think it's really respectful to call it an emo phase. It was more of a, he was confused, basically. He didn't know what to do, basically. He wanted to stay inside. He was a hermit, he didn't feel like going outside because he felt like he was a monster. Basically, Cyborg's backstory is he got in this accident that killed his mom and, crippled him. His dad brought him back to life using the power of the Mother Box. And, that's how he was created as Cyborg. That's just a brief summary. I don't know that much about Cyborg. I know him from the Teen Titans TV show and all that. But I liked his character. He at the end he does say his famous catchphrase "Booyah!" I was the only person in the theater that was like, "Hell yeah!" I didn't scream it. I'm like, "Yeah, that's what he says And I was really happy about that. Superman's character is of course he's going to be back. What happened was they had to take one of the Mother Boxes and they had to take it to the Kryptonian ship. They had to sneak in, and Cyborg used his his powers to. Barry was in disguise as a Star Labs member, I think. military, and he was hauling stuff into the facility in the Kryptonian ship. And Barry was like in the driver's seat, and he was like worrying that he would get caught. And then Cyborg like glitched. He glitched the computer to where it made it seem like he was an actual Star Labs member and all that. So he got in. They got the mother box, and they threw it into they threw it, and it was Flash had to gather up enough energy because Lex Luthor fried the circuits when he brought Doomsday to life. Flash had to gather up enough speed. It's like what's it called? It's the supersonic punch in, like, basically, but Flash had to gather up enough speed, and then he created enough energy to spark the mother box and bring Superman back to life, because the mother box holds power of, like, universes, basically. So they brought Superman back to life. Superman was very confused, and kind of got in a little tussle with Batman a bit. He flew, and he, like, it was a cool scene, and it was a reshoot of Joss Whedon reshot it, which I'm glad he put it in there. But it looks a little funky because here's a little fun fact, they actually had to digitally remove Henry Cavill's mustache because he was filming for Mission Impossible. He was filming for Mission Impossible, so they had to digitally remove his mustache and all that, which it may look a little funky because, you know, it's it's not perfect because the reshoots happened pretty quickly. They had to do it really quick because Joss Whedon came in a little later in the phase of the movie. But Superman's character, he had his own solo movie, so he didn't have to have much explaining to him. And people who were going into the movie without, people who are going into the movie not watching Man of Steel, BVS, Wonder Woman, they're going to be very lost. So I'm glad I saw those movies beforehand, because I'm a DC fanboy, like I said. But let's see, what else is there? Oh, the locations. They I think they went to Atlantis, the coast in that area. They went to Themyscira, the Amazons, and all that. They went to Russia, I think. It was off the grid because that's where Steppenwolf was building his mother box base, where he was putting all the mother boxes together to take over that world, since Steppenwolf translates into Destroyer of Worlds. He was trying to put the mother boxes together and basically take this world over for himself. So he's doing it all for Darkseid, I think. It's not really explained. He said for Darkseid, so I think he's the servant of Darkseid. I know that he's the servant of Darkseid, but I think in the comics, Steppenwolf is Darkseid's uncle. I don't know what the relationship is now, but I'm excited to see what they do with Darkseid. I think he's going to be in like a second Justice League movie or something like that. It's very. I'm anticipating the future of the DCEU, and I'm going to be making reviews on DCEU movies from now on. I'm sorry for the late review, guys, but you guys really weren't expecting it, so it doesn't really matter much, but I just needed to get this out, and give my opinion on the movie. So yeah, that's really all I have to say right now. iEnVy Colossal, signing out.